How you doing, everyone? This is Matthias Atva from Dreadnought, your Dreadnought PS4 replay guy.
Now into maneuvering thrusters.
We've got a lock.
What's happening here?
Torpedoes.
Oh my god.
Activated.
Assault jumping.
Wow, double slice. Dude.
Artillery cruiser
No,
destroyed.
DudeVT. The Dreadnought Shocktober event continues with this shocking and awesome player-submitted replay cast from none other than DudeVT, the Mega Nuker, a nominee for the top 10 players on the PS4 server of all time. Now, we already had a short video from DudeVT in which I captured him in my Monarch during one of my replays, delivering an awesome 4-kill nuke, the only one I've ever seen in the game, from his Zame. And even though DudeVT is a master of many ships, the Jupiter Arms Tier 5 Nevis is his favorite. Now, many people consider DudeVT awesome, and you may not think he's the best Corvette player around, but let me tell you, DudeVT is very savage in his Nevis and can definitely deliver the pain, especially to the unwary. DudeVT is taking to the skies and literally flying through the enemy formations in this legendary onslaught match on Kappa Base. DudeVT's favorite ship in the game is, of course, the Jupiter Arms Tier 5 Nevis Corvette, and it's named the Reaper, which is also its decal. I guess that decal is special edition because I don't see it in the marketplace anymore. He must have gotten it in a specific bundle or maybe in beta, and even though his Corvette does not have an icon or emblem, it does have the Stellar Beekeeper's paint job, which I think makes it look pretty cool. The Reaper is armed with dual heavy autocannons 5, of course, which comes standard issue with all Nevis Corvettes. The Reaper's secondary weapons are, of course, the Bolt Guns 5, which is very popular with many Corvette captains as it gives much needed tactical flexibility and range for the Corvette's secondary weapons at the sacrifice of DPS. The modules are Assault Blink Warp 5, very popular with many Nevis captains, Torpedo Salvo 5 for delivering lots and lots of damage, Disruptor Pulse 5 for knocking down those defensive modules and also plaguing artillery cruisers with whatever anti-Corvette modules they have, but sacrificing Blast Pulse, which is another favorite for most captains, Afterburner 5, which is a good way to get out of trouble, especially if you are hit with stasis, and his officer briefings are Retaliator in the communication slot for reducing the cooldowns of his modules when he takes damage to the shields, and that pairs well with Reinforced, which is in his engineering slot, which adds a lot of extra hull at the expense of increasing the module cooldown of his primary weapons. And of course, for his gunnery officer briefing, we have Weapons 101, which gives his dual heavy autocannons a lot more damage, and of course, Navigation 101 for just pressing a little more speed, tweaking it out about 10% faster for his Corvette, making it very quick when he hits the afterburner. DudeVT is joined by Garen Wade and Blue ICD on the team with a bunch of other players who are all in Tier 4 ships except for this guy Matthias Atva. I wonder if he's any good. On the red team, we have a whole bunch of Tier 5 ships, and we have King Kazaa, who is a very mean Dreadnought captain and can definitely deliver the punishment. We have Artemis B001, Seward, and of course the venerable Jamaican 74, who is a very tough opponent, and you will see him in many matches, and maybe we'll get a replay out of him at some point. Who knows? Both teams have 2 bots, and there isn't a deficit on the red team. They actually started the match with 8 players, but an unnamed player left the match early, and that's just fine. Sometimes we all get stressed out, and sometimes the match just isn't going our way, and even though it's bad for the rest of your team to leave a match, sometimes it's the best thing to do to preserve your sanity. So no judgments here. Alright, let's jump right into the match, and as with all my replay casts, this is totally unscripted and done in real time, editing only things out like phone calls, notifications, and cat meows. Now, DudeVT is only warming up here, and he did start the match a little late because DudeVT is not used to recording his replays. He only started recently after he made that awesome 4-kill nuke on space dock, and now even though he is being shot at from all different directions, he is chasing this Brutus destroyer, which was going to go in and kill the command ship, but he's going to chase it down and finish it off so it doesn't do any more damage. And even though he missed right there with his assault blink warp, he finishes it off with the bolt guns, and I am just too late to get the kill. You see me flying through right there, and even though I am on DudeVT's team, there is a little healthy competition there so that we can see who gets the better score in this awesome replay on Kappa Base. DudeVT is not like other Corvette captains. He does not cloak up. He does not try any shenanigans. He puts his shields up. He uses his speed. He uses his firepower, and he's really good with the assault blink warp. And you will see that here as he carefully chooses his targets and picks them off. Like right here, this poor artillery cruiser is done for, sliced, and a savior. I believe that ship killed me right there, so I just got avenged. I think that should have been an avenger, not a savior, but DudeVT was looking to save me from danger and got my back, even though he was a little too late. That was more my fault than his. And you see the enemy team is clumping up, and they are trying to harass the far flank, and DudeVT is on the safe side. You see that he's kept this flank clear from obstacles and dangers, and now our entire team can focus and meet the enemy team head on. You see me right there get a kill, and I am trying to screen for Dude while Dude carefully chooses his target and see if he can get something juicy like this tactical cruiser. Oh no, what is the enemy team going to do without their tactical cruiser? Now they can't get heals, and now the back door is open for DudeVT to get in and use some tactics and strategy to take out other really important team members like this poor artillery cruiser again. Here he comes. Does the artillery cruiser know what's about to happen? No, the artillery cruiser is taking a lot of damage. He tries to use evasive maneuver, and of course, Dude finishes it off and gets a ninja and the Avenger. I guess 7 Year took out yet another player. 7 Year is a newer player to the game, but let me tell you, he's a really good shot, and it's good to keep him down so he doesn't blow up all of the blue team ships. This is pretty good so far. You see DudeVT is not as flamboyant as other Corvette captains. He's very careful, cautious, likes to choose his targets very carefully, making sure that he attacks the enemy weak points, not chasing down specific players, not getting involved in grudges, but goes after the ships that are the most threat to his team. And unfortunately, 7 Year, again, being the only artillery cruiser on the enemy team that can take out other players, is of course targeted by Dude. He does not want that long-range firepower coming in, and he sees yet another artillery cruiser. Now he could surprise some of these other ships or distract them, but he decides that taking out tactical cruisers and artillery cruisers is the most important thing. But oh no, he's at 576 health. His shields are almost gone, and he's got 3 swarms of missiles coming after him, and so many enemy players are shooting at him. Oh my god, down to 53 hull. Will he possibly survive? Look, he's got at least 20 or 30 missiles tailing him, but DudeVT stays calm under fire and gets right out of range of those missiles and lets those missiles hit all the crags and mountain peaks of Kappa Base and gets away scot-free and gets a little healing, but I think he was pretty much safe right there. He was on his way. This only speeds up the process, and now he's got full shields too, and look at that. All of his modules are ready to go, and he goes right down the middle very cautiously, not being stupid, dodging as much as he can. Oh, went for a little ride there with those bomb catapults, but he's okay. Only took a little bit of damage, and now he's going in and trying to find the next target. He sees the Corvette coming in. That was a friendly Corvette, though. He's going right down the middle looking for his next target. He sees that artillery cruiser from before. I think he wants to take it out, but he's kind of caught off guard with that Dreadnought. The Dreadnought is putting in some damage, but his shields take it all, and he delivers a lot of damage back, flying by me, seeing me going after, of course, a Dreadnought, and he's a little too late to lend any hand. But that's all right, because DudeVT is not here just to compete with me. He's here to help win the match and do his best and have a really good game in the process. And I think that's what you can hope for when you have a really good game in Dreadnought. Just like that other replay you see with DudeVT delivering that 4-kill nuke, Dude is very tactical, uses strategy, uses the map to his advantage, and of course looks for openings in the enemy team. And here's an opening again. This poor artillery cruiser may be done for again. Yes, DudeVT gets the slice right off the bow, and that artillery cruiser is done for. Poor 7 Year is being targeted because he is probably one of the most dangerous people on the enemy team right now. And remember that there are a lot of Tier 5 ships, so there's a serious disadvantage for the blue team. It's almost completely comprised of Tier 4 ships, and you have a couple bots in there too. So right out of the gates, all these ships have a disadvantage against the red team, and the red team is definitely putting that high tier firepower to good use, keeping the pressure on the blue team. Even though the blue team is ahead right now, that can change at any moment, and poor 7 Year gets a second ninja for his trouble. Even though all the enemy players are shooting at DudeVT, Dude easily dodges it and uses this here mountain on Kappa base to block line of sight. And Dude is very good at this. Some players will come in, make an attack, and run away very cowardly. Dude will stick in there. He'll use stealth, and I don't mean stealth modules, but map stealth and positioning to come right back in and stay in an advantageous position behind the enemy fleet. He finally gets that second artillery cruiser. Unfortunately, I went for it not knowing that Dude had already secured the kill, and I got nothing for my effort. But that's okay. This is a team effort, and we are going to take the fight to the enemy red team. DudeVT is sizing up for his next target, coming in low. He's dodging that Dreadnought off to the left. Looks like he's dodging the Dreadnought off to the right, and he's going in for this destroyer right here. He's got a lot of damage coming in from that Weapons 101. Oh, he gets scrambled, but that's okay. He delivered a lot of damage to that destroyer, and I believe that destroyer is going to go down soon to friendly players on the blue team. We have another artillery cruiser. It's not the same artillery cruiser as before, and even though it has missile defenses, it's still no match for the firepower that DudeVT can deliver with his favorite Corvette, the Reaper. Dude's in trouble though. He's going to assault Blink Warp to escape. He's got only 2,000 health left and is taking fire from that Akula Vector Destroyer, but he just barely squeaks out of there with 0 power and finds some cover to recover some hull points and maybe take a break from the game. And wow, this has been pretty fast-paced so far. We have 2 ninjas and a whole bunch of destruction going on at the hands of DudeVTs, attacking the more vulnerable points in their formations to make sure they stay off balance, to make sure that the tactical cruisers can't do their healing, to make sure that artillery cruisers, which are usually very deadly on Kappa base, can't do any good at long range. And oh, we have a bunch of flechettes coming in, but it's no problem because DudeVT takes it on the shield and goes right back into more squishy soft parts like this tactical cruiser right here. Dude knows that he needs to keep these guys down so that the enemy team does not use them to heal or deposit artillery pods or healing pods or lend their support. And even though DudeVT did not finish that tactical cruiser, he makes it out okay, and instead of running away, goes right back in, wants to finish that tactical cruiser, keep it down, make sure it does not lend support to the red team, and then find other weak points in the red team to exploit. And while this is going on, we are staying ahead because nice slice, and that's the streak. The blue team is staying ahead because we have a good control of our command ship. Our losses aren't very high. And the enemy has been losing their command ship and been taking many casualties, especially with artillery cruisers and tactical cruisers. And you know, DudeVT may not be as flashy or flamboyant as some other Corvettes, but you see that Dude is very brave and very smart in the way he plays. He uses an up and down motion even at slower speeds. He's very hard to hit. He's carefully calculating his next target. He sees it. He wants to make sure that these tactical cruisers stay down so that they can't protect their command ship and give an advantage to the red team. And here we go, yet another slice and a savior. I do believe we are on 8 slices so far and a streak. This is amazing. And look at the amount of firepower coming in on DudeVT, and he basically dodged almost all of it, hardly using his shields, and he's still almost at half health. I believe that was 3 or 4 ships shooting at him. And did he run away, run back to his lines for a quick heal? No. He took some cover and is now sizing up the enemy team for his next strike. And all the while, you have the blue team harassing the enemy, and going in right there was me taking out that Dreadnought, so I am providing a distraction and soaking up damage, and Dude uses that to his advantage, and while the enemy is paying attention to other ships, that's when he strikes. And that's a key difference between DudeVT and many other players. many players go in and try to use playing skill or module combinations, but here we go, another ninja. That's 3 and a double kill and a saboteur. That's what Dude does. Dude uses gameplay advantage, tactical advantage to go in and see the weak points and also exploit the attention span of the enemy players. He sees when a player is focused on something else. That's an opportunity for him to go in, and you see him go in right here. He is going in on this poor tactical cruiser yet again and takes it out. Yet another slice. I believe that's something like 10 slices, all on tactical cruisers and of course artillery cruisers, and you can see that all that's left on the red team consistently is a bunch of slow moving dreadnoughts and maybe 1 or 2 destroyers, and they just simply can't get any traction. Right now it's 256 to 175. You see the red team is in a tremendous deficit, and here we have a dreadnought going after DudeVT, but it's a dumb move. Dude just went and sliced through that dreadnought, took it right out, but oh no, there's a tactical cruiser that is trying to nail Dude and take him out once and for all, but he gets away, and that was a very good use of a disruptor pulse, and that was very key, totally destroying on the way out that artillery pod with a pulse that's usually used for disrupting the enemy, and I think that was really good gameplay right there, and that pod could have been the end of DudeVT. He was out of energy and way less than 50% health. One lucky hit from the artillery pod could have taken him out and been the ruining of this replay for him, but right now he's still undefeated, undestroyed, and is just going ham on the enemy forces. Look at this poor destroyer, never knew what hit him, and that is the 3rd or 4th ninja right there, and a savior taking that destroyer while it was distracted right from behind, delivering so much damage and then finishing it off with the slice. That was epic. Totally good. Totally awesome, going ham on the enemy. They never know where he's going to come from next. He's not using stealth modules, he's not using any sort of gimmicks, just going in, disrupting their modules, picking his targets carefully, using terrain to his advantage and cover to make sure he gets the most advantageous engagements. And oh my god, yet another tactical cruiser taken down, and that was the last kill of the match. And that was extremely impressive. DudeVT just going crazy on the enemy team. And of course, you will see here at 2647 points, he is in the leaderboard top spot, and I am humbled at 3rd. So Dude definitely beat me in this match and went 17-0 in the Nevis in such close quarters. Most players can't do that. Most players in such close quarters with the Nevis get plastered by flak or destroyed very easily by all the ships being in close proximity and not having a lot of places up or down to take cover and not having a lot of tactical flexibility with a larger map. Very close quarters, knife fighting type of map, and DudeVT definitely dominated it, even though the blue team was handicapped by 6 tier 4 ships and the enemy team had many tier 5 ships. I believe they started with 6 or 7 tier 5 ships, but they couldn't take it out, and even though the score was pretty close, Dude definitely made the match go in blue team's favor with 17 kills, 0 deaths, and so many slices, so many ninjas, and not using any sort of cheesy abilities like stealth modules or anything else like that, just going in with good, solid piloting, good, solid captaining, and very good gameplay techniques. DudeVT, what a great replay. It wasn't maybe as fast or flashy as some of the other Nevis replays, but I have to admit that this was Corvette perfection. If everyone flew Corvettes like this, they would definitely be top 10 material. Dude, you are an amazing player, and I think you're very underrated. I very much enjoyed your 4-kill nuke. You'll always be the Mega Nuker on Dreadnought's channel, but let's not forget that your favorite chip is the Nevis, and you are definitely a Nevis ace. Well, that's it from me for now, and I'll see you soon in Sinley Bay.